a Bloemfontein High Court judge is trying to avoid criminal prosecution after prosecutors say that he has stolen more than 2 million rands that was supposed to go to a vulnerable child. My name is Alokwan, and these are the news that matter the most. Now, this case stretches back to when Matebola was still practicing as an attorney in Sasolburg. Now, according to court papers, the Road Accident Fund paid 2.2 million as part of a settlement that the High Court ordered should be held in a trust account for an injured child. Now, the payment and other interim settlement meant the firm received over 3.1 million in total, and only 110,500 reached the child's family. Now, prosecutors say that large sums were instead transferred out of the trust account into business accounts. Now, the trust rules clearly states that money held for a client must be kept separate and used only for that client. Now, the state says Matebola failed to keep the 2.2 million in a trust investment for the child. Now, he failed to establish a trust for the child's benefits and made unlawful transfers, allegations that gave rise to charges of theft, fraud, money laundering, and contempt of court. But Pina Matebola denies the charges and argues that the decision to prosecute is irrational, and that calculations are wrong, and that he's been publicly humiliated. Now, he asked courts to permanently stop the prosecution, but the Supreme Court of Appeal refused to grant that permanent stay, now saying the merits must be tested in a trial and that trial related to prejudice was not proven. Now, in short, the road to trial remains open. Now, this case is just not about money. It's about who protects children and also who enforces the rules for lawyers and whether statuses can become a shield against accountability. Now, if the courts allow a sitting judge to avoid a test of the facts, what does that say about equal treatment under the law? And also, this is a criminal trial where evidence will be tested and witnesses heard. Until then, remember, these are allegations, not convictions. But the questions are loud and simple. Was the trust money misused? And will justice follow its own rules, even when the accused is a sitting judge? What are your thoughts?